Hi, I first came to Z2K in 2015 when they were based at an outreach centre in Westminster. I needed advice about housing issues. My landlord was not going to renew my tenancy again. He planned to make the flats in my block into luxury upmarket flats and charge a much higher, unaffordable rent. This news had hit me like a bolt out of the blue, and I felt extremely stressed and anxious about this at the time. I felt at risk of becoming homeless due to not being able to find an affordable home. The Z2K advisor that I saw was very helpful and supportive regarding my situation in 2015. And then I returned to Z2K again in 2024 for support as my working hours and income had been reduced as I'm on a 0 hours contract. I felt extremely vulnerable because my rent had recently been increased significantly. So I was worried about not being able to afford to pay it. Again, a Z2K advice worker supported me with this issue and I received help with housing costs from the council. Since then, I've got involved with a Z2K project where I worked with other private renters in my borough to campaign for decent homes and affordable rents. I found the experience very empowering, and it has been really good to meet people and share similar experiences of living in the private rented sector. The project has highlighted the main issues that private tenants face and secured changes from the local council. I think that Z2K offers an excellent wide ranging service as they are able to support people in different client groups, including disabled people, single people, and also those with children when they need it most.
Hello, my name's Steve. I'm a 46-year-old Londoner, proud Londoner all my life. I'm now completely dependent on a benefit system. So let me tell you a little bit about how that happened. So in 2007, I had a bit of a car crash that left me with multiple conditions, including spine and brain injuries. Following 5 years on that, after attempting to work for a good 10 years, I did end up having to accept the fate, and I was put onto the benefit system. At about 3 years later, one of the benefits was taken away from me and my life changed drastically. That's when I found Z2K. That was in September of 2022. They picked me up, gave me a cuddle, dusted me down, and actually helped me get back things that were taken. They helped me regain the parts of my support that were removed. 6 months later, they were approached by a journalist making a story, and my caseworker immediately thought of me. I was only too happy to oblige, and that was where my campaign work began. 3.5 years later, I find myself with a few victories under my belt. My input has helped secure some of the following victories as a key part of a coalition of organisations and other experts by experience. We were able to block plan changes to disability benefits, which would have left a significant number of people in my situation on disability benefits with a massive shortfall. I encouraged others to write their respective MPs, lobbying them, with nearly 5,000 letters written and sent. Part of that was also to petition the Secretary of State, with which we received over 11,000 signatures. Those plans were subsequently dropped. Most recently, I'm also proud to have taken part in persuading MPs to protect people and not to cut it. We achieved this through both meet and greets and an exhibition that's recently taken part in Parliament.